good, everybody? Welcome back to L Dubs Boxing. Back again with another one. We got these new WBC rankings for you guys. It just came out last night, so we gotta get into it. Before I do that, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. You can follow me on my social media scrolling across the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to tap in. So we're gonna do a screen share. You know what I'm saying for you guys. There's some good stuff to look at though, because we know we got one big thing with Benavida has been elevated to full WBC champion. So this is gonna take a look at everything else for sure. Make sure you guys come on in and tap that like button. I appreciate it. Get this screen share popping. All right, so here we go right here. WBC rankings. So you can find the rankings on that website, WBCboxing.com. So feel free if you want to keep up with it. Feel free to tap in for sure. TS Boxing in the building. What's good with you? Marla Prince. What's good, man? Salute. Appreciate you guys coming through. All right, so Usyk. Usyk is the man at heavyweight. He got the 3 belts, WBC, IBF, and WBA. So he's in negotiations to fight Dubois. I know the WBO ordered Parker, which I think he deserved as well. But look like they may do like a step aside for Parker and do a Dubois undisputed fight, which I don't mind that fight at all because either one of the two would make good fights for Usyk. The Dubois fight, you got storylines because they fought before it ended in some controversy, and he went on and win the IBF. So yeah, we'll see what's up with Usyk. I'm thinking maybe the summertime they can do a big stadium fight. Him and Dubois. Cabiel is the interim champion. I haven't heard much for him. Maybe Cabiel fight Parker. I don't know. Maybe that'd be too dangerous right there because Parker is in position to fight the winner. So maybe Cabiel versus somebody else in the top 15. We'll see. Maybe Cabiel versus Lawrence Okoli, who is number 1. You got AJ, FA, and Bacoli is going to fight May the 3rd on Canelo's card. That's a good fight. We seen Philip Herkovic come back. He needed that win. He beat Joe Joyce last week. He needed that victory. Joe Loff, he's top 10. He didn't really look good last week, but he got the victory. First fight back after the amateurs. Richard Torres is a new entry. He comes in number 9. He had an ugly performance against Guido Vanello, but he got the job done. Deontay got a fight date June 26th. That's coming up. Derek Chisora and the so the heavyweight division is kind of cracking right now because they got the backing from Turkey, so there's a lot of fights being made. So a lot of stuff that can take place. I like these guys underneath. They can fight each other. You know what I'm saying? I know Deontay getting a tune up. Maybe Andy can come back. He's been out the ring for over a year. He broke his hand against Miller. Chisora, he's the IBF mandatory, so he's waiting for that. And then Jerry Anderson, not sure what's next for him. So that's what it is. Heavyweight. Bridgerweight. So the champion, Kevin Lorraine, is going to face his mandatory, Sergey Radchenko. They're going to fight in South Africa May the 1st. So I think that fight is going to be on the zone as well. So we'll see. Other than that, ain't really too much going on at Bridgerweight. You know what I'm saying? Cruiserweight, so we had a lot of movement, a lot of action going on at Cruiserweight so far. Khalid in the building. What's good with you? Salute to you. So we got the WBC champion, Badu Jack. So, he came out of recess a couple of months ago. He got his belt back. He was set to fight his mandatory, Ryan Rosiski. Rosiski pulled out of the fight this week. He tore his bicep in training. So, late replacement and champion in recess, Noel McCallan is going to actually step in for Rosiski and fight Badu Jack on the Canelo undercard May the 3rd. So, honestly, they should have did that fight anyway because McCallan was the champion. He had a dispute with Don King. I don't know what happened with that. Maybe this is part of him getting back in the mix and dropping that lawsuit. But this is a fight that McCallan can win. You know what I'm saying? If you go watch the tape, we haven't seen Badu Jack in a long time. And what we know of him, He starts off slow. He get hit. You know what I'm saying? He's a good fighter. He like to build up and stuff, break you down. But Kalen is a good boxer. So that's a good one. That's a good fight though. It's actually better than the original fight, to be honest. As far as like competition wise, 50-50. But you're gonna see. So yeah, that's the new replacement. Badu Jack versus Noel McKaylen. And we know we got two other champions in this division. Zerto Ramirez, he's the WBA, WBO champion. He's gonna fight his mandatory Daughter Coast. That's June 28th. And then Jay Abataya is gonna make a defense of his IBF and Ring Magazine against Sequoia. That fight is June the 13th. So Zerto and Obataya is fighting on the same schedule. So hopefully those guys can meet. Let's get the WBC in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think we can get definitely we should be able to get an undisputed champion at cruiserweight probably within the next year for sure. So the WBC, I'm not sure what they're going to do with Rosicki. He still probably be the mandatory after Badu Jack and Kalen fight. But Peralta supposed to fight Saslek for the interim title, right? And then I'm not sure after that. We got a good fight coming up, the 26th. Chris Billon Smith versus Brandon Glanton. That's one of the best fights to be made in the cruiserweight division, to be honest. Real good fight. They're going to fight on the Ben Eubank undercard. And then we got a new entry, Robin Safar. So Robin Safar made his Golden Boy debut on the Zapata and former undercard. He's a good fighter. He was playing with his food, but he decided to go ahead and stop that guy. He's a good fighter. He beat Kovalev last year. So that's what's up. And Safar signing with Golden Boy, maybe he been in line for Zerto down the line. You know what I'm saying? Never know. All right. Like heavyweight. PJ's big dog in the building. What's good with you, bro? Bruce Gas, what's good? Salute to you guys coming through. Appreciate you guys coming. Yes, sir. So we got the news last week. Benavidez has been elevated to full WBC champion. We already know the background. So let's see what's next. I heard talks about him and Callum Smith. I mean, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? They're probably like the next best two guys in the division. So I'm with it if they can make that fight. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez is definitely one of the best. He should be making a defense sometime. Either maybe I'm thinking he may come back in the fall. Benavidez. I heard summer, but I'm thinking the fall. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see who he can fight. He definitely should get the winner between B-Ball and Beterbiev. Those guys gonna run it back probably likely in October for Riyadh season. The trilogy, the first two fights was good, so I don't mind the rematch. Let's go. So if you're looking at possible opponents for Benavidez, if you're gonna defend his light heavyweight title, you gotta look right here. Albert Ramirez. Honestly, people don't know him. This is what I'm saying about a lot of boxing fans. They're not really educated. They educated on the gossip, but they're not really educated on like how good fighters are and stuff like that. Actually watching tape and film on guys. But if it's something about drama, they got you covered from A to Z. But Ramirez is actually a good solid defense for Benavidez. If you know, you know. But Waxy, he came off a tough loss against Callum Smith. I actually like Callum Smith versus Benavidez. I think that's a good fight. Let me see. So Kataev, he just fought on the Cambosis card. He's managed by Cambosis and his team. He'll be back June the 5th in Canada. Willie Hutchinson got a new trainer. I just seen that. It was Shane McGuigan. Anthony Yard. So he's gonna do a trilogy fight against Lyndon Arthur, April 26th on the Ben Eubank card. So we'll see. His name will be in the mix as well for a Benavidez fight or Callum Smith. So yeah, that's what's up. All right, super middleweight. So we know Canelo got the 3 belts. He's gonna fight William Score for undisputed. Xavier Ramirez on the level. Yeah, yes, I think so. I think yeah, Morrell. I would favor Morrell in that fight. I think Morrell got him a little bit, but it's not like so far off. I'm gonna put it like this: if Morrell was to fight Ramirez, it'd be the second best opponent he had on his resume. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that can, in my opinion, Ramirez is good, yo. Southpaw, got the amateur background, got power. Yeah, I think he's good. I think he's below Morrell, but he's still a tough fight and he's a good opponent for the top guys. All right, so let me see. Super middleweight, right? So we talked about Canelo and William Skull. So that's going down in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, May the 3rd. Big weekend of boxing. So he's gonna try to get his undisputed titles back. Christian and Billy is number one. He's looking for a new opponent. Diego Pacheco pulled out negotiations to fight for the WBC interim title. Pacheco is the WBO mandatory. He signed a contract to face Trevor McCombie. That fight will likely be on the Hitchens Cambosis undercard. Likely. We're going to see. But that fight is done. Pacheco and McCombie. Pretty solid fight. And, politics of boxing and shit, it's not really a bad move for Pacheco because he can be in line to get Canelo top of next year. You know what I'm saying? So while he's because if he fight for the WBC interim, he gonna lose his position at WBS. So I get it. I would like to see him and Billy. That's the next. I think that's like the next best fight to happen. One of the next best fight to happen if you're not a champion. So we're gonna see. Iglesias, that's another one. He's supposed to be going down the IBF route. He's a dangerous fighter. Jaime Munguia, he got the rematch with Bruno Sarakas. We're gonna see where Munguia is at. He got a new trainer. He's with Team Canelo now. So we'll see. He's on that Canelo card. We seen Berlinga a couple weeks ago. Selecki done bounced back. He had a good win against a top 15 opponent in February. Ali Ahmedev. He stopped him, won the silver title. He was coming off a knockout loss to Pacheco. So he got that silver title and right back in the mix. That's what's up. Lester Martinez, strong fighter. He got high rank in the WBA. Sajo and Iglesias are supposed to fight. We wait on these guys to accept the invitation from the IBF. Callum Simpson, he's gonna fight June the 6th. Let me see. Bake the Bully should be back pretty soon too. So we'll see. There's a lot of drama at super middleweight right now, from the top all the way to the contenders. A lot of shit going on. Caleb Plant coming back. Charlo is going to come back to the division. So a lot of shit going on. For sure. Just doing the building. What's good with you, bro? He said, "Hear me out." Benavidez. Nah, I don't like that fight. I thought Dan Jacobs retired. He lost to Shane Mosley Jr. I mean, I wouldn't say that's not impossible, but I thought he retired last year. And him coming back to get Benavidez, I don't think I want to hear you, though. You feel me? All due respect. I don't know if that's realistic. Now, if you would have said Charlo, that would have made a little bit more sense. But, even Andre or Jacobs or Benavidez? Nah, he ain't. I don't think he's gonna do that. He got Keith Conley. Keith Conley is a smart businessman, one of the best in the business. All right, so Carlos Adames is a WBC champion middleweight. He has a mandatory. They're in negotiations right now. Narim Nasoganov, number one contender. He's the mandatory. So those guys have a deadline, May the 6th. All right, so we're going to see what's going to happen. Carlos Adames should have won his last fight against Hamza Shiraz. Got a draw. I want to see the Janibek fight. Him and Lara got the same trainer, so I don't know if they're going to fight, but if they can switch trainers again, they can fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he retired. You know what I'm saying? He came back last year off a 3-year layoff. He lost to Shane Mosley Jr. He missed weight. He said he retired. Man, he must got a vendetta against Jacobs. I don't know. I don't think that's realistic, but I don't know. Boxing is crazy. All right, so what we got at 160? So Shane Mosley Jr. supposed to fight tonight, I think, in New Mexico. I ain't even keeping up with it like that. Eubank and Ben coming up. That should be fun. Yoneli Hernandez. So he's number 5 right here. But Hernandez is going to fight Kyron Davis on the Plant undercard, May the 31st. They're gonna fight for the WBA interim title. So y'all stay tuned for announcement. Hernandez is good. He good. And you know Kyron Davis, what he brings to the table. Amo Williams, number 7. So Amo supposed to fight number 8, Olaha. They supposed to fight for the IBF final eliminator for Genovic. They're in negotiations. So we gotta see what's up with that. Let me see. Liam Smith, he got a fight coming up. He's on that Ben Eubank card. You know what I'm saying? He got Aaron McKenna. That's gonna be fun. Troy Isley, good names. Denzel Bentley. So Rockets is gonna fight Mangia and Marquise Taylor. So man, we still, man, 160 is coming along. I thought Janabek looked real good last week. Looked real good. He had a solid opponent, but he dominated. So we gotta get a big fight for Janabek. Big name. Okay, Pettis. Okay. Yeah, that's a fight Shane Moses should win. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to get the Lara fight. So maybe this is a prelude for that. He been calling out Lara. Lara is supposed to come back on the Tank Davis card. Tank and Roach rematch. That's what's being discussed. So if Shane Mosley win and come off with no injuries, maybe he can roll right into that fight. We're gonna see. Let me see. So Sebastian Fundora, he's the unified champion at 154. Had a good performance over Cordell Booker. Stopped him for like 4 rounds. So he has a WBO mandatory. Xander Zayas, PBC and Top Rank is working on that fight for the summer. Probably August. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be good. That's gonna be. I like it. I like it. I don't want to hear that Xander's not ready or he gonna get washed. I don't want to hear that. That dude is high in these rankings. We've seen Xander enough that it's about time. You feel me? So I actually think he's gonna perform real well against Sebastian. We're gonna see. He said just saying, oh, it got canceled. Okay, well then that's even better then. Let's do Shane Mosley versus Lara. He got a high ranking in the WBA. Maybe they can go ahead and slide on, you know what I'm saying, make that fight. He been calling for the smoke. That's the type of level of competition Lara been fighting since he got the title. He ain't really fought no killers. Yeah, it is. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Blessing in disguise. So yes, sir. Let's go. So yeah, definitely looking forward to Fundora and Xander whenever they make that fight. Uh, Virgil Ortiz is the interim champion, so I expect Virgil to be back probably late summer. He been on a nice little. He been real active. You know what I'm saying? Especially after being crazy inactive. He's been very active. He had 3 fights last year and 1 this year. So Virgil may take a little step down in competition. He did fight 2 good killers in a row, beat them. I thought I thought he actually lost the Bokachuk fight, but nevertheless, it was still a good fun fight, and he beat Majimal pretty clearly. So I'm expecting Virgil to come back and do a hometown fight in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Dallas, something like that. He fought before at the Dickies Arena. I think he fought at home before. So you have to look at one of these top 15 guys. I'm not expecting a crazy, crazy opponent. Now, yeah, so that's why I can eliminate some of these guys. Like somebody can say Charles Conwell, who is fighting next week. He's a Golden Boy fighter. That would make sense. But from my understanding, they're trying to bring back the level of competition. Um, my suggestion a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I suggested Brandon Adams, who is a good fighter, but when he step up in competition, he normally lose. He was coming off a controversial loss in that tournament they had in overtime. So that was my suggestion. Brandon Adams versus Virgil Ortiz, hometown fight for Virgil. Brandon Adams did a hometown fight against Charlo already. So he ain't scared, and he's a solid opponent. Virgil still has to be on his P's and Q's. That's what I would do. They're trying to step it down a little bit and not fight like the top 5 guys. That's just me. So we just seen Jesus Ramos, Callum Wash had good performances, both of those guys. We're gonna see Charles Conwell next week. Look at this. Look at these names at 154. Tim Zoo just came back. You know what I'm saying? Seen him last week. Him and Keith Thurman into the rankings. Keith Thurman, we seen him last month. Thurman and Zoo supposed to fight in July. I know Keith Thurman came to the new IBF rankings. It got me thinking maybe Keith Thurman may bypass the Zoo fight and take the Boston Montezalier fight. Just throwing shit out there. When you see these guys coming to the rankings, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. This is the reason why I like to tap in with this because nobody really been thinking about Keith Thurman being ranked with the IBF, right? So we're gonna see. But from what I understand, Thurman and Zoo gonna fight in July. And then if you look at it, all roads point to that fight because why would Keith Thurman go all the way to Australia to have a tune-up fight? He could have had a tune-up fight on Pro Box in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the PBC fighters that's trying to stay active, they fight on Pro Box. And they building up that fight. So we should hear an announcement pretty soon. I'm hearing July the 6th. So we're gonna see. Samaki, he got a fight coming up. He's a silver champion. I think he's facing Koopman, from my understanding. Jorge Garcia, he's gonna fight Charles Conwell next week. Both of those guys are top 5 in the WBO. That's a Garcia's he's gonna come to fight. I like Charles Conwell though, but he's gonna come to fight for sure. So yeah, that's what it is. 154 is still a good division, yo. Still a good division. Even like losing Crawford and we didn't get Spence, it's still a good division. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I like Boots. I think Boots gonna win by decision probably. Back to back tough fights. I ain't surprised they step in the back. Yeah, take him home. He haven't been home in a minute. They can build him up as a star because Virgil is good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, take him home. I'm not mad at it because he can come right back in Riyadh season and get another tough fight. So yeah, I ain't mad at it. All right, welterweight. Barrios is the champion. No word on what Barrios got coming up. I haven't heard nothing about Pacquiao, none of that shit. Honestly, I ain't heard no rematch. I ain't heard no Abel Ramos rematch. Haven't heard Pacquiao. Haven't heard Floyd Mayweather. I ain't really heard nothing on Barrios. So they was talking about him coming back in the summer. We're gonna see who he pick or what they're gonna do for him. But all those big names, I'm not sure. Now he has a mandatory that he about to have. Well, they about to fight for the mandatory position. Suleiman Sissoko versus Igis Kavalauskas, Me Machine. They're gonna fight May the 10th. It's a rescheduled fight. It's a WBA final eliminator. So that's not gonna be Barrios' next fight, but he's gonna have to deal with that down the line. I mean, the way it looked like, I wouldn't mind saying Barrios and Norman, to be honest. I mean, let's keep it a buck all the way. We got a big ass fight coming up tonight in the heavyweight division. Boots and Stanley Jones. We all know that the winner of that fight has an overdue WBA mandatory. They got a mandatory. Shakran Giasov is fighting on the undercard tonight. He's the mandatory for Stanley Jones. So that tells you he probably gonna get his opportunity next. It would make sense since Top Rank and PBC are working together now. Go ahead and make that Barrios and Norman unification. I'm just saying, it makes sense to me, but I'm not sure how this shit gonna work out. I know tonight everybody gonna be calling for Barrios or Norman to fight Boots. You know what I'm saying? Or Stanley Jones, whoever wins. The winner of tonight, we're gonna call for the winner to get that. But let's keep in mind, Shakran Giasov is a WBA mandatory. He's fighting on the undercard. And just the precedent and the history shows when guys take step aside and fight on the undercard, they're gonna get their opportunity next. All right, so don't be shocked and appalled that if Boots win, he gotta make a defense against Shakran Giasov next. So don't be shocked, don't be whatever. I know he want to go for undisputed right away, but the business of boxing always get away of that. So we're gonna see. Hopefully not. He can get a unification with one of those guys, and then we'll see. So I'm just putting it out there so be no shock. People all shocked and shit like that. But Giasoft is a matchroom fighter, so maybe they can make him step aside again. But I don't know. Yes, sir. All right, so we have Devin Haney. He's number one, so he gonna fight. He's gonna fight Jose Ramirez, which I think it's a good solid fight for him coming back. I like him to win that fight. We're gonna see. It's questions on both sides. Honestly, between Haney and Ramirez, for me, Ramirez got more questions to answer than Devin Haney do. You know what I'm saying? For me, I know people look at the Ryan Garcia fight and shit like that, but I actually learned more from that than I learned, what I'm saying, what I know going in with Jose Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Conor Benn going to fight Eubank, Sasaki, Crew. Yeah, we got some solid fighters here. Alexis Rocher coming off an injury. He should be back. Josh Taylor be back May 24th. So he's in the mix. Josh Taylor's another big name. They can do some things in this division. Like, let's see how he look coming back, moving up to 147. Giovanni Satian is going to fight May the 10th. Top rank. Polanco. You see Polanco, a new entry. Watch out for Polanco. Polanco, get him some more fights at 147. He's going to be in the mix for a title. Polanco is fighting on anyways undercard May 4th. He's going to face Fabian Madonna. Solid test. Because Madonna gave Barrios hell in his last fight. All right. Keep it pushing. 140. So Alberto Playo is the champion. He's in a voluntary stage. So we'll see if they have anything for him. I know he do have a mandatory, Dalton Smith. Dalton Smith is fighting next week. He's gonna face what's my man's name? Damn, I just seen it. Matthew Germain. He's gonna fight him April the 19th. Dalton Smith. So Playo is allowed a voluntary, and PBC got hella guys on that side. Pitbull Cruz, Gary Antoine Russell rematch. Whoever else. Frank Martin, shit. Frank Martin moving up to 140. But we're gonna see what Playo do. Or maybe Playo just goes straight to his mandatory and Dalton Smith. Maybe Matchroom can make that deal. We're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? And if I can see Playo, if they make that deal, he might have to go to the UK. Because he's not a big name. You know what I'm saying? So 140, another hot division. You know what I'm saying? With the other champions, Hitchens, the IBF, he going to defend his title against Cambosis in June. We got Teofimo, the WBO champion. He's going to face interim champion Arnold Barbosa a couple of weeks, May the 2nd. WBA champion Antoine Russell. Heard he's coming back in the fall, though. Not sure. He should have a mandatory, too. Andy Hirako. So we're going to see what's up with that. Who I'm missing? WBC, IBF. Yep, I think I got him. So yeah, that's what it is. You see Pitbull Cruz number 3. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely can be in position to get Playo. I can see that fight, honestly. I can see it being next. And honestly, I can see it being on Tank's undercard too. I definitely can. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Jack Catterall supposed to be back in the summer. He's actually in training camp. He's trying to be a replacement for that May 2nd card. That's actually smart. So one of those guys pull out, whether it's at welterweight or 140, he's ready to step in. And salute to him. You know what I'm saying? Catterall is in camp. Leopardo, I heard he'll be back in June. Adolfo Delgado had a close decision victory over Elvis Rodriguez, so he's number 5. Listen, like I said again, PBC and Top Rank is working together. Maybe PBC and Top Rank can make Landolfo Delgado versus Playo. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing shit out there. When they start working together, it opens up more opportunities, and we can talk about possible fights. If they gonna stay on that side of the street, then we're gonna pick guys from that side of the street. But when they open that shit up, it's a possibilities are endless down there. So let's get it. Matisse is the IBF champion. He got next after Hitchens and Cambosis. I see Hitchens call him out. That's what's up. The first time I seen that. Salute to him. Matisse should be back like June or July just to stay on the same schedule until that fight. Fierro. Adam Azam should be back like June or July. Jermaine Ortiz, Evans Rodriguez. So 140 is another hot division too. You know what I'm saying? Like this one, I'm gonna go back. I know Makado's supposed to be coming back. Tito Makado. There's no reason why Tito Makado should fight the guys that he's been fighting. He don't have to. 140 is so deep. He don't have to fight a faded Lipinets. He don't got to face a faded Jose Zapata. He just fought. He already been fighting faded guys. He fought a faded Hank Lundy, ran through him. He fought a faded Jose Pedraza. He beat Nakadelia. He don't need. He been getting. He don't need. I'm talking about Tito Mercado. He don't need to fight none of these guys that's past it. There's plenty of guys at 140 that he can fight, and there will be good fights. Especially, you have to. Your matchmaking has to stay on par with who you've been calling out. You know what I'm saying? I know this is off subject, but I've been having this discussion on Twitter, and maybe somebody can hear it. A lot of times when I be typing, they can't get the full understanding. A lot. Look, if you calling out all these guys, big name guys, and you go fight Sergey Lipinets, who just got stopped by a prospect, you go fight Jose Zapata, who was washed. We know he's washed. We understand this. Um, you should be fight. There's plenty of guys right here that he should be able to fight. And if he go in the match room, it's a purpose of going to the match room to get the bigger fights. Why are they matching him the same way his daddy was matchmaking him in Southern California? So I had to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna clip this and send us to those guys I was going back and forth with. You know what I'm saying? That's why I did that. My bad. We back. Lightweight. We got Shakur Stevenson, the lightweight champion. So his mandatory is Williams Zepeda. The WBC reordered this fight. Those guys is on the hook for May the 6th. They're going to order a purse bid on May the 6th if they can't make a fight. Feels like an easy fight to be made. We're going to see. I know Golden Boy may want this fight like in California or something like that. But Williams Zepeda is not a big name. It's two places where this fight makes sense, to be honest. Honestly, if they really trying to make a profit or something like that, I think Houston would be perfect. Shakur trains and lives in Houston. Then you got the Mexican population. I think that would do well. And then Newark, bring that shit to Newark because Shakur is a known draw in Newark. He's not known. There's no need to go to Madison Square Garden to 19,000. He's not proven to sell that out. He's proven to sell out. Uh, he's proven to sell out Newark. There's no need to go to Barclays. Go, he can take that there. Houston would make sense. That's a good market to tap into because he's from there, where he lived there. So we'll see. Those guys in negotiations. I have to throw an alibi out there though because Zapata is requesting the WBA to get his position back to be the mandatory for Javante Tank Davis. Y'all remember last year after he beat who did he beat last year? I think was it Cabrera. After one of those fights, he was number one across the board. Then he went and fought Tevin Farmer for the WBC Interim Championship, and they took him out the number one position. Every sanctioned body. The WBC put him above the rankings like they got him here because he won the interim title. So he's requesting to get his WBA position back. So you know what I'm saying? We'll see what's going to happen with that. I have to throw this out there too. Got to cover all the bases because I know nobody talking about it, but I like to spark interest and conversations. Right? Ryan Garcia and Rolly, they about to fight for the WBA regular title. Right? With Zapata and his team requesting to become the mandatory back in the WBA, maybe that's a route they can do for him. Let him fight for the regular title. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there because I don't want nobody to be all shocked and surprised when you see Zapata fighting somebody for the regular title instead of Shakur. Because he done turned down the fight a bunch of times. So we're going to see. I'm just throwing it out there. I ain't saying it's done. I'm just throwing out scenarios. Number one, you got Andy Cruz. So Eddie said that Andy Cruz is going to fight Eliminator for the IBF. So we'll see who they pick, possibly on the Ben Rodriguez card in July. So we're going to see. I see Ricardo Nunez. Like I said, he was like number 13 1 month. Then he jumped up to like 2 and 3. That's crazy. Sam Notes is fighting May the 10th. And he's a hot name. He got some solid world rankings as well. Look at Abdullah Mason number 4. You know what I'm saying? Abdullah Mason number 4 in the WBC. So he's right there in line. He should be back in the summer. You know what I'm saying? I know Top Rank got a card. Either he gonna fight, maybe he'll co-main on Keyshawn's on the card, or he'll have his own shit. He should be ready to have his own card to get back to Cleveland. Gotta get a good opponent though. Frank Martin, not sure what's next for him, but he said 140. We haven't seen no opponents yet. Solid names though. Yalia Herrera. So hopefully he get a big name fight. You know what I'm saying? Honestly I like Herrera versus Joe Cordena. I'm just saying, I like that fight. Rayo has reclassified, so this is good. So I just like for you guys to see this for the ones that's still in the building. I appreciate it. Rayo lost his title at 140. He reclassified back to 135 in the rankings. He did it for the WBA last week when they came out. He in the WBA rankings at 135. Now you see him at lightweight at 135. So there you go. Evan Farmer, maybe getting an opportunity. I seen Asanu the other day on the ESPN Plus. Renacek, Yoshino, Master Hughes got a fight coming up. So yeah, that's what it is. I try to drop some little behind the scenes stories about some of these fights and shit. Some of these opportunities these guys can take. You know what I'm saying? O'Shaquie Foster, the WBC champion at 130. He's in big time negotiations with two division world champion moving up, Stephen Fulton. He's trying to become a 3 division world champion. They're working on that fight. So I mean, I'm with it. That's a big fight for Shaki Foster. He been avoid of those big names. Fulton trying to, he trying to become 3 division champion. I'm not mad at it. They're talking about putting that on the card, Tank and Roach. Let's go. I'm with it. We have a final eliminator coming up. Number 1 versus number 2. Rocky Hernandez versus Mark Masayo. Good ass fight, yo. This is gonna be a good one. Um, they might fight on Bams on the card as well. This is a good fight. You know what I'm saying? And this will be for this is a final eliminator for the winner between Foster and Fulton. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. Because I know the first thing we say when a guy fight for a title, they win a title, we say let them unify. I'm just showing you guys they starting to put these mandatories in position. Ray Ford, number 4 in the WBC rankings. I love Ray Ford. I think he's one of the best at 30. He's going to fight tonight against Thomas Batiste. Solid opponent. You know what I'm saying? I expect Ray Ford to look just as good as he did his last fight. Roberson Cuncial. I seen that he might be on a Pro Box card coming up. I forgot which one. Ryan Gardner is solid. Cortez will be back May the 10th on Top Rank. Jordan White is fighting tonight on Pro Box. Y'all tap in with him. He's a good fighter. He got a good opponent too. I think it's Jose Romero. That's a good opponent. I think Albert Bell's fight fell out last. They put the fight today or last night. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Albert Bell. Gotta get him in the mix. Miguel Roman. So look, we know what's this? Mickey Roman. I think he's was he a former champion? I'm not sure, but they got him back in the rankings. So he probably got an opponent coming up. We'll see. Featherweight. So Fulton is the current featherweight champion. He's trying to go up to fight on Shaki Foster at 130. Um, the WBC wants to order Ray Vargas versus Fulton. Then you got the mandatory Bruce Shushu Carrington who won the opportunity. So we'll see. If the WBC should strip Fulton for going up to fight O'Shaquie Foster, they should let him keep his belt, just like they let Ray Vargas keep his belt when he went up and fought the same guy, but he came up short. So he was able to go back to fight for his featherweight, you know what I'm saying, defend his featherweight title. They should do the same thing for Fulton. Honestly, they probably should do Ray Vargas versus Shushu for an interim title. And if Fulton wins, and he'd be like, listen, I'm going to stay at 130, then they can just elevate that winner of the interim title, right? They've done it before. Fulton messing around and be an opponent for Javante Tank Davis the way he going. Just throwing that out there. So yeah, we got to see what the WBC gonna rule. Ray Vargas, Shushu, all that shit. Um, this division is actually looking pretty solid. You got Joey Gonzalez is back in the rankings. He came in the IBF rankings, you know what I'm saying, the other day, and he's in the WBC coming off a good win. So hopefully he gets something solid coming up. Brandon Figueroa, not sure what he's going to do. Carlos Castro, good names. Collins is a good fighter from the UK, Trinidad. Cuello is the WBA mandatory. I'm not sure if he's next for Nick Ball, but he is the WBA mandatory. So we'll see. Look at Ultabek Kamatov. He's up in there. He had a comeback fight last weekend. You know what I'm saying? Got to stop his victory. Coming off a knee surgery too. Salute to him. He had that great fight with Ray Ford last year. So good to see him back. Dope to see the young guns, right? Yeah, Mason. Yep, yes sir. That's dope for sure. Yep. We talking about Gio Lopez. Yep. Gregory Carmichael. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. All right, 122. We have anyway. He gonna defend his undisputed titles versus Ramon Cardenas. That's May the 4th. Big weekend of boxing that weekend. We got the Times Square card May 2nd. Canelo May the 3rd, and then you got anyway May the 4th. So it's a lot of shit that weekend. I expect anyway to win this fight. If he wins, then he got a signed contract with MJ in September, and then he's supposed to do a Riyadh season fight in December. So that's 4 fights for anyway. Picasso, he pulled out negotiations. I'm not even sure. I didn't even get the reason why. But you got good names. Picasso, Topalis, Neri. Sam Goodman will be back May. Damn, I seen that shit. Sam Goodman will be back at the end of May. Let me see who got something coming. So look out for Shabazz Masood. Real good fighter. He beat Liam Davies last year. Took him to school actually. He should be back. Maybe I think he's gonna be on Galal Ufai's undercard June 18th. I think that's what I saw. So yeah, 118 pounds. So Nakatani. He's trying to get a unification with the IBF champion. You think Gary Russell Jr. would still be competitive? Nah, he can't make the weight no more. He said he can't make the weight no more. He done with it. If he could, then I think he will. He could be because he's smart. Let's say he can make the weight. He said he would because he's smart. He's intelligent. He got the experience. Um, but I think he's actually gonna retire, bro, because of his shoulder. But we'll see. Nakatani. So Nakatani trying to get a unification with the IBF champion Ryo Nashida. It's still up in the air. They may fight on the same card. Nashida has a IBF mandatory. Jose Reyes is due. Nakatani may take an opponent in this top 15. Nakatani looking crazy right now. He had a crazy performance against the kid. His last opponent was it Cuellar. Stopped him in like 3 rounds. That was crazy. I was expecting that to be a tougher fight. But yeah, we'll see. You got tension. He's number one. That dude, yo, he's the biggest star over there. So he coming off a good victory over former world champion Jason Maloney. So let's see who Nakatani picks out this top 15. I see Gary Antonio Russell. He's supposed to fight tonight. I'm not sure. Now I will say this: Antonio Russell came into the new WBA rankings at 122. The one I did those rankings a couple of days ago, last week. So maybe he got something coming at 122. We'll see. Super flyweight. So we got Ben Rodriguez, one of the best we have in the sport. He's supposed to get a unification with the WBO champion, Kofi. They're supposed to fight July. They're working on the fight. I don't know. We're gonna see. But that's the fight I'm hearing about. So Bam should be back in July. That's a long ass time off the ring. When the last time Bam fought? He fought on Boots Undercard in November. That's a long ass time, bro, for a pound for pound guy that's young. Like he should be I think Bam should probably be getting 3 fights a year. But if he looking like he may not even get 2 fights this year. Because he fight in July. I mean, hopefully he get one in the back half of the year. You never know. So yeah, Bam is like that though. We got to see more of him because Bam is so nice. You know what I'm saying? We got to see more fights from him. Let me see. Chocolate Tito, he doing like a farewell tour for him this year, rest of this year. David Cuellar, look, he moved down to 115. Okay, got stopped by Nakatani, then he moved down. I see you. I catch you. So yeah, we'll see. See what's up. Gotta get Bam active. Kenshiro is a unified champion, WBC, WBA. He a two-time unified champion, 2 different weight classes. Yo, salute to him. He nice. He winded down in his career, but he had to come from behind, stop his victory over Kui. Good fight, and he looking to stay at 122. I mean 112. Excuse me, 112 for at least one more fight. It's a big fight for him. He got man. Yo, Tajiri don't get a lot of love, but he like that. He good. He already beat Yakubuki. Yabuki is the IBF champion. He just vacated. So Yabuki had both IBF titles, 108 and 112. He just vacated his title at 108 pounds. He has a mandatory at 112. Phyllis Alvarado, former world champion. They should be ordering that fight pretty soon. If they don't, yo, he can run that shit back with Kenshiro for a trilogy. In the first fight, he stopped Kenshiro late. Second fight, Kenshiro got him, third round stoppage. Run that whole back at 112. This time it'll be for 3 belts. You know what I'm saying? Unification style. And then the other champion, WBO, in this division, Anthony Osakawaga, he lost to Kenshiro. He was a late replacement at 108 pounds. Since then, he moved up to 112, became WBO champion. He's a stablemate of Junto Nakatani. They got the same trainer and all that shit. So that's another rematch for Kenshiro. So he got 2 good fights that he can make. You know what I'm saying? If he's gonna stay at 112. If he goes up, immediately, he gotta fight Bam, like right away. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the biggest fight there for him. So we're gonna see. Excuse me. So let me go back. Galal Ufai is going to defend his title, his WBC interim title. I think it's June 18th. I think it's June 18th. I can't remember. No, that's not June 18th. Uh, it's in June. I'm just gonna say June. I forgot the date. It's in June. So we're gonna see. Teacher in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Appreciate you coming through. So yeah, that's what it is. 108. So we're supposed to get a rematch with the champion Pena, the district, but him and Gonzalez supposed to run that back. I'm not sure what's going on with the negotiations. The first fight, I thought Gonzalez won, but they gave it to the hometown fighter. So yes, sir. So hopefully they can get that done. That was a pretty solid fight, but Gonzalez won that fight clear to me at 105. So Melvin Jerusalem, he just went back to Japan and beat Shigeyoko again. He dethroned him last year. That was an upset. They went back over there and beat him again. So he's a 2-time champion at 105 pounds. Previously, he was a WBO champion. He lost that title to current unified champion Oscar Collazo. So I'm trying to build it up, right? He lost to him before. Now he then came back, got another title. Collazo versus Jerusalem, the rematch makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they can do that next. You know what I'm saying? We seen so both guys, I think they fought on the same day, March 29th. Both got good victories. Well, I think Melvin fought March 30th. Well, either way. right. That's basically the same day. So if Collazo looking to come back in the summer, that fight makes the most sense. They probably got to pay Jerusalem though because he lost. He got stopped in the 6th round in the first fight. But these guys down here are fighting each other, so I don't think it'll be a problem for him to get his opportunity, to go back and try to fight that guy. So that's what it is, man. This is WBC rankings. Let me see. A little recap. We got Keith Thurman. I'm gonna go to it real quick. Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu are in the new WBC rankings at 154. Let me see if I missed anything down here. Everything was pretty much the same, other than I know that was a new change right there. Let me go back. So Abdullah Mason got a high ranking. He been creeping up the rankings. He's number 4. Uh, yeah, it's gonna be that time. It's gonna be that time. Somebody gonna have to fight him. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yes, sir. 140 hot division. Trying to get to 54. Oh, Polanco. He came in at number 15 at welterweight. Yeah, I want to highlight this right here. Keith Thurman. So Keith Thurman's in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I know he's locked into Tim Tszyu fight, and that's fine. I mean, I still don't mind that fight. He came into the new IBF rankings as well, so that put him in position to get a boxing fight. Man, I can break this shit down all day, but if that fight don't come to fruition, I mean, Keith Thurman got an opportunity to fight for a world title. I know people like, oh, he ain't fought in 3 years and all that shit, bro. And I say this over and over again. You deserve what your team can get you. You know what I'm saying? And I say that shit all the time. They say when we got fans that would tell the fighter that they don't deserve something, but they putting their life on the line. You feel me? That shit sound wild as fuck when you break it down all the way, right? But if your team is nice and they can get you these opportunities, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see. But I think Zoo versus Thurman, like I said, the biggest clue that this fight is next for sure. Just keep Thurman went all the way to Australia to have a tuna fight. That's a long ass way to have a tuna fight. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? And he live in Florida. You go all the way to Australia. So yeah, that fight gonna happen. But I'm just saying, we're gonna see. So yeah, and then let me see. Adamas, he's in negotiations to fight his mandatory, the Sultanov. I don't know if you guys got that. Shakur, I failed to mention, but Shakur and Zepeda is in negotiations. Their due date is May the 6th. That's the first bid date. We're gonna see what happened with that. And Billy is looking for another opponent to fight for the WBC interim since Pacheco pulled out a second time to fight in Billy. He want to keep his WO position, because he can get the Canelo fight. So the WBC is supposed to order a new opponent for him, Billy. For my money, I'm thinking it's number 4, Luka Plantic, the Croatian fighter. But we're gonna see. What else we got? Light heavyweight. So y'all see Benavidez is the new light heavyweight champion. We all know the scenario. Um, I'm not sure when he's gonna be back. I'm thinking the fall, but if he can slide in the summer, that's good. We have to take a look at the top 15 and see who he can fight. I know Callum Smith is a good fight. I like that fight. If we can't get Callum Smith, we got to take a look at this top 15 and see. So that's what it is, man. WBC rankings. So that's what the WBC, they actually have good rankings, top to bottom. It's just the other politics shit they do. It'd be crazy. But yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, man, we got a big fight. We got a big fight day. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, big fights coming up. We got Pro Box and we got Boots and Stanionis. This is a quick little recap. Then I'm gonna close it out. You know what I'm saying? Just a reminder. I know that Boots undercard about to start at 2 o'clock, so we're gonna get off just in time for that. But 5 o'clock for you guys on the East Coast. So here's the Pro Box card. Pretty solid card again. Y'all know how Pro Box do. White versus Romero. That's a good fight at 130. We seen White in the WBC rankings. Stephen Shaw versus Harakapuri. That's a do or die fight for both guys. Heavyweight fights. Shaw has the skills, has the experience. He should win this fight if he box smart. Rapaport is more like a project. He's a big puncher, 6'7", 6'8", but he don't got like a lot of boxing experience. This a fight Shaw should win, but it's a lot of other determining factors like what he gonna do when he get clipped with a big right hand. And, you know what I'm saying? So I think Shaw wins this fight, but we're gonna see. And we got the young guys on the card: Whit Meyer, Jordan Roach, Ben Johnson, Scarborough. So yes, sir. And then here's the boost card. We got Amari Jones is back, second fight. Giasoff, WBA mandatory. He's on the card. We got Cardenas is on the card. He's a fun fighter. Look out for him. Let me see. Ray Ford. You got Zaquan Moses. So, good undercard is going to lead up to the main event. Welterweight unification. Jerron Boots Ennis and Amanda Stanionis. IBF WBA. Biggest fight in the division since we've seen Crawford and Spence. So, yes, sir. That's a good one. Looking forward to it tonight. Hopefully, everybody can tap in. So, yeah, I want to salute everybody coming through the building, man. Appreciate you guys' time. Hopefully, you enjoy the fights tonight. I'm out.